Sorry, y'all. My voice is super duper loud. My bad.
Got that good mic action.
Oh. Oh. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Let's Be Clear. We missed y'all. I'm Neen. That's Becky.
What's going on, folks?
And that is Mike Reed.
What's happening?
Mr. Producer.
Sean is not here today. His son has a game at 7 o'clock, so he's going to be doing his daddy duties at basketball. So he won't. Is it basketball?
I'm not sure. I didn't even know.
It's basketball. I'm sorry. Yes, and it's my fault that Mike and Becky didn't know. I just forgot to tell y'all. He texted me. I was super busy and forgot. But he has a game at 7 o'clock. So Sean will not be joining us today.
Oh.
Day of the city is out in the city.
Right.
Before we get into tonight, before I do anything, want to say congratulations to Hooptown. Y'all saw them before on Mike's Corner. They won their championship in this area. I think it was called District.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And they won. It was in Alexandria, Virginia. And they pulled that out even though they got cheated. I said
yeah, they did. They did get cheated.
They got cheated. They had to play one extra game, even though they
had won the championship already.
But I guess somebody had pulled and poked their lips out far enough, so they had to play what was that? The fifth game?
That was their third. Basically their fourth game.
They had to play a fourth game to win. And I think the other team thought that they was going to get it.
They did.
But
they still got that second place trophy.
Y'all got the little silver joint.
Yeah. Little baby joint.
The little silver baby joint. My mic was bigger than that. My mic is bigger than that joint. So congratulations to Town Trevin. He doing good things out there. He and his team. So
them guys was balling.
Yeah, I mean, we was hot.
Yeah.
We was hot, my God, for 2 days.
Yes.
Scorching.
Suffering in that place.
Couldn't even get ice water. Had to get room temperature water on top of it being hot as hell in there. But they did their thing. They can ball. Trevin is a really, really good coach. So congratulations, Trevin. I'm sure he's at practice and not listening, but congratulations to you. We normally say what we did for the weekend, but I just told y'all.
That's what we did.
That's what we did.
We do got to send out prayers and condolences for Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, though.
Yes, I saw that.
Was killed got hit by a car just crossing the intersection. Before, a lot of people don't know, if y'all don't know about Sweet Pea, he was Floyd Mayweather before Floyd Mayweather was Floyd Mayweather.
I remember.
I mean, I'm not saying that was Floyd's idol, but if you want to know how Floyd, his style that Floyd fights now is the same style that Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker, they favor each other, even height, weight, all that. Honestly, he was the first one to beat Oscar, but they I guess we were talking about robbing people. He was robbed of that fight, man. But it was 50. He was 55 years old.
Too young.
He was down in Virginia Beach.
Too young.
Yeah, and just be crossing the street at the intersection.
But it make you think like what we don't do. We do not pay attention crossing the street. No. I'm not saying that he wasn't. I'm just saying for me.
No, we just take it for granted.
I don't
cars
pay.
It is so
and then
funny.
I automatically think cars are gonna stop.
Accidents happen so quick. Today I was driving up the street, come up the street, made a left, then made another left, stopped at this house to deliver the water. But as soon as I cut off the street, all I heard was kaboom! Big car pile up right behind me.
Wow.
Yeah, so we just take for granted how, even us when I ride my bicycle, by him getting hit by a car last night, it was like, wow, that's kind of, it happened Sunday night, but him getting hit by a car, I was like, man, that's kind of crazy how quick something can be taken away from you. And what we think about is crossing the street every day. So that's like, man, oh man, I felt bad.
You're gonna pay more attention when you ride your bike.
Oh yes.
Both bikes.
Yeah, but I pay extra attention when I ride my motorcycle anyway.
But still, that even with the motorcycle, they really don't respect
Just
motorcycle
bikes
riders
generally.
like they should.
Yeah.
So prayers and condolences go out to his family, friends, and most of all his fans. He was a joy to watch. All that stuff that Floyd Mayweather do in the ring, except for the fact that Sweet Pea was a bit more flashier, as far as in the ring wise. He was flashier, so hey.
You mean what?
He was flashier.
Then Floyd?
Yes.
Oh.
But but see,
I don't really know him,
you
so.
thinking Floyd outside the ring. Floyd in the ring really wasn't a flashy guy. Floyd
I'm
he just
thinking
boxed.
outside the ring.
Yeah.
No, but Sweet Pea
Oh,
give you
he did his
he lean
stuff.
all back, get on his knee, lean in the ropes, and give you all that pretty joint, and he give you everything that you needed inside the ring. He was a great fighter. Won the gold medal and everything. So.
Well,
And he stayed in the community and helped the community out, even though he had his problems early on after his boxing career.
Is he
Had problems
from
with
there?
drugs. He's from Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
He had his problem with drugs and all that. Overcame that and everything. So it's a sad day in boxing history, though. So I did want to say that.
It is. We definitely send our condolences out to his family because, like I said, he was young.
Yeah.
55 is so young these days because
Yeah.
people are just living.
That's crazy.
You see people living longer, and 55 just seems really young to me because it's like right around the corner for y'all.
Yeah, it's tough.
Pew, pew. Got that?
Yeah.
You caught that one.
Caught all those shots.
Mike, are people listening?
Yeah.
Okay, you wanna? Cause I can't see anything. I don't know why my phone does the hee haw.
No, that was just Salon speaking right now.
Hey, Salon.
Salam.
Hi, girl.
Salam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that what you do?
Yep. So, my apologies to you. We have 3 topics today, so we are not going to waste too much time on anything because, like I said, the weekend was the same. We did basketball for the most part.
I almost tore my leg off.
Yeah. Go ahead. You could tell that story.
Got some new clip-ins for my bicycle. And people, they say once you get your clip-ins, you're going to fall. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. But my first fall was catastrophic because it looked like a mountain lion.
Catastrophic, Mike.
Come on, I think
was.
you put a little bit more sauce on it.
No, it looked like a mountain lion attacked my leg.
Well, I will say it does look like
it does look like that.
attacked
It
my
does
leg.
look like
It does.
some type of animal got at you. It does
Yeah.
look like that. I
But
will
it
say
was
that.
split.
But you and your bike survived.
All 5 scratches was all down to the white meat. So
Your phone.
yeah, so that joint was like, and then it happened at the break point. So I still had to ride 20 miles back from that. So that was tough. But I persevered, came through. Other than that, it was cool. That's the first time I had the clip-ins, and I fell 2 more times, but I fell in the grass when I did that. So other than that, it was cool. I made it through. Man, oh man, that joint hurt.
Yeah, it was definitely hurting, but it's better today.
Yeah, it is. Except, you know what? You never know how much you kick yourself when you walking until you got a sore on your leg.
What you mean?
Like how much your one foot hit your other back, like your calf. You never know how much that foot hits the other
it's
foot.
always until something is hurt.
Yeah,
that you
like that
constantly
joint on
hit
the back
it
of my
and
joint.
forget
It's
about
like
it.
all day I was walking, I kept like, God damn it. Or when I got out the truck and I hit my calf. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So
Did it start bleeding again? Or-
Nah.
Okay.
But it's just getting red and redder, so I don't know. I think if it keep going like this, I might have to go to the doctor though, because I didn't think it's
Is
supposed
it
to.
warm when you touch it?
I don't really know. I can't tell just
But he's
yet.
had it covered. He hasn't had
No, I had it open. It's been open now. It's been open.
what?
It's been open. Like I ain't have it covered. Never had it covered.
Oh, see, you working on that dirty truck. I told you that you needed to cover it because of your environment.
Yeah, that joint crazy. Hey, what's up, Chum? Hey, I just asked about Tasha the other day, didn't I?
Little Tasha,
I just
that boo.
She She don't hang with us no more.
Oh, that's what it was. She cut us off. Oh, okay.
I mean, she been rolling out. She been road tripping.
Oh, for real?
Doing all that.
I just asked
all that.
Hey, oh wow! I just asked Nene about this.
She's supposed to get at us for. She's supposed to hang out with us Saturday, but she ain't gave no definitive answer.
She must got a boo boo.
She does.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
I'm not sure if it's just one, but she got some.
Well, when she go incognito like that, she usually have one. She be having one at the time,
Oh no.
But another thing.
Don't follow her memes though. Don't live her life through the memes, cause you probably looking at the wrong person.
She's my wait man.
You looking at the wrong person.
I guess we gotta do a Philly trip to get her to come around.
Yeah, right.
We gotta do a Philly trip this year come around.
Yeah, you say Philly, she in there.
Then she coming.
Yeah.
She coming.
Latest news: my man is locked up today, not coming home ever.
Wait a minute. That's all it is his bond he was denied bond. The court
He's
proceedings
never getting out.
Yeah, but the court proceedings didn't happen yet.
No, he's never getting out. That's it.
What happened?
R. Kelly.
They got him.
Yeah,
They got him.
20 new tapes were produced.
They got him. And neighbors.
All the people that was with him turned over their tapes.
Yeah, and see, my thing with that is
save their ass.
Yeah.
But see, my thing is that all y'all should go.
Yeah, just because you turned in the tape, why you even had a tape?
Right, so
you was holding,
recording it, and you was in possession of child porn.
People are turning over tapes to save their hide.
Yeah, I guess they provided them with immunity, I guess. Also, the young girl that was in the video from back that he got not guilty of, she's testifying.
Oh,
shut
wow!
up!
I said, let me start over.
No,
so
you don't have to
the news today, he ain't never coming home.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
She's cooperating now. She's testified that is her in the videotape and that is him in the videotape.
Ouch.
From the 2008 joint. Yeah. So he's in jail right now. She's back testifying, like I said. They told him that he cannot. They denied the bond, of course, and that he goes to court on Tuesday for the federal charges in New York, which of course is going to be video because he can't leave the county jail. He's facing up to 195 years.
Oh my God. My God.
Yeah. So the judge was like, nah. Because the prosecuting attorney said that he's a risk to the kids in the neighborhood, or that's what they was using it.
They can definitely get that.
Yeah, they was like, well, nah, because he can just lure girls to where he live and stuff like that, yada yada yada. So his lawyer, of course, was like, well, nah, he haven't did anything, or he ain't no flight risk, and he's been cooperating and everything. Judge was like, nah. So
it's probably too many
if he can get out,
if he
can get away, trust me.
Well, they were talking about the ankle monitor. They was like, well, you give him the ankle monitor, he still can get girls to the house. So they was like, nah.
But the sad thing is, the girls will still come.
Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all this.
Oh, the other two, Azriel and Jocelyn, was there in court with him today. They was there, and they was with the lawyer from the other little girl from the 2008 case. They got the judge got 3 videotapes that said that, yeah, that's him on the tape. I'm like, man, he ain't never coming home. That's it.
Well, you know what, Robert? You reap what you sow.
It says he denied bond. He enters a not guilty plea to child porn after prosecutors revealed they have 3 tapes that show singer raping girl 14, who then endures sodomization, whatever that word is.
Sodomization?
Nah.
No.
Whatever that word is, abuse. She was sodomized, basically.
Sadomasochistic.
They say he was denied bond, 3 tapes. U.S. attorney made a point there is no question that is definite on these videos.
He going down.
The feds involved. The minor who refused to testify against Kelly in 2008 trial has said under oath that is her on the singer's rape tape and has 5 cooperating witnesses.
But can he be retried for that?
That's what I'm saying. You can't be retried for that. That's like double jeopardy.
Are they just using it?
Well, wasn't it supposed to be a second tape with her on it?
No,
no. They talking about
the
the
2008
tape when she was whatever the age was. But what I'm saying is, I don't know because I don't practice this type of law. But I'm just saying, can they do that, or are they just using it as help?
I think they're using it as help because in that tape that all of us saying, in that tape he wasn't raping her. You know what I'm saying? She was willing. She was.
I don't even want to use the
word willing. I know.
She was a participant.
She was participating.
Yeah.
I would say. I won't say. Okay, so Keith said no. They can't.
Yeah. Kelly's lawyer Steve Greenberg tried to persuade the judge by claiming his client was broke. He was a family man and confirming the singer, in fact, is illiterate.
I won't go with the family man thing after seeing growing up in Pop Atlanta.
Yeah, the singer, 52, would now be arraigned in New York federal court sometime between now and September 4th on 5 charges he faces there.
Well, you have to think about it, and we're not going to spend too much time on R. Kelly, but you just have to think about it. How long did you think you was going to get away with it?
Continuing. Girls after girl.
Right, and my thing with that is, for the sake, first of all, back in 2008, was it him on the tape?
Yeah.
We all in agreement with that.
Yeah.
You got away with it.
You pretty much got away with it.
You got away with
it. You got away with that.
You got away with it. And I mean, and trust and believe, none of us are condoning what he did or what he doing. And we do understand, and we hope everybody else understand first and foremost that we are separating the two. We are separating R. Kelly and Robert Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still listening to his music, and I will, because that music was to entertain me. Now, whatever messages he may mentally have behind that, that's something that I don't know nothing about.
Believe it or not, a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, so we're talking now.
A lot of people feel that way. I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes as black people, we do get a raw deal,
right?
And we just get the bad end of the stick. And normally I'm with us, like, you know what? They do a lot of stuff because they do.
As soon you with us, what happened?
You go and do the same dumb.
You got somebody else.
Yeah. Because the thing about it is, we do end up getting stuff happen to us that don't happen to other people.
Right, and then I'm glad you said that, because Erskine said when it comes to black defense, the law is always changed. Remember, Bill Cosby stuff was sealed, but then it was unsealed.
That's what I'm saying.
But then it was used, right?
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes we do, but there cannot be one person that think this man not guilty.
Right, exactly. Like even like back then, we was already. I mean, like we all in agreement that it was him on the tape. I'm just like, okay, dude, you got away with it. And then the thing about it is, as black people, as America, you were forgiven. Be honest. Because your career escalated, and you grossed your empire to
everybody went with the decision of the court,
that
guilty,
listened to yes, and you everybody.
And back then,
was still listening.
You was, I mean, you was R. Kelly, but you wasn't like the mega joint, like you was after the fact.
Yeah,
like you did a whole, you blew up more, and you still like
I don't condone it, but I don't condone anything he did at all.
No.
So if you got away with it, damn it, you should have stopped. And since you didn't stop, your ass is sick.
Yeah. You sick.
And whatever you get at this point in 2019, you deserve it.
Yeah, you do.
You deserve it.
You do, and I agree. And I mean, y'all know, you know firsthand, I'm an R. Kelly fan. But if Robert Kelly is the man, he is sick, and he deserves anything and everything that comes towards him.
In addition to help. Yeah. Because this didn't come out of any, like, I'm one of those people that I didn't think of that. You sick, you need to pay for your indiscretions.
Right.
Knowingly
kept going.
But I think you still need help.
Yeah.
Not to say that if he facing the time and get the type of time that
basically gonna lie.
You can still help him. I just, you know, some people don't deserve that.
Probably whatever the sentence is going to be.
It's basically going to be life. He's going to be life in jail.
He probably won't.
Because the other guy got life plus 419 years. I didn't even think that getting some type of sentence like that was possible. I think that's a mental thing to mess with your head.
Because in some states and some places, life can be 25 years.
Right, no, I know that. You
Yeah.
explained that years ago, but I'm just saying, nobody's living 419
Plus,
years.
right. That's added on.
So even if you got 25 years,
yeah,
you got to come back and do 419 more. And I think that that's just a... I just think that...
See,
I just
also,
think
what
people
happens
should
is,
just say
when you get
natural life.
Well, what happened is, when you get time like that, it puts you in a different... It puts you in... I let people understand, it puts you in a different jail.
Oh.
So you can't go over DC jail with some time like that.
Well, nobody should want to go to DC jail.
I'm just saying, you
Is
can't...
it still
but
open?
Yeah. You can't go down like which is not open no more. Lorton. You can't just go down to Lorton like that. Then you can't go to the regular jail.
He going somewhere in Kentucky.
Yeah, he's going to probably he's gonna go to Leavenworth probably, where you lock 23 hours.
Well, he should be.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. You're gonna be 23 hours because sometimes people get life in jail, and you go to population. So that's why they give you that life plus 400 years. So that means you extremely need to be by yourself. And like with R. Kelly, it's gonna be real tough for him too because of his status. So basically, he goes straight to solitary confinement off the break. Like you go with segregation. You go to segregation because you a star. See what I'm saying? So that's gonna be tough for him. In other news, also, the cop that killed Eric Garner. One day before the statute of limitation ends, they will not be charging them for the murder.
Wow. Way to go.
Yeah, because the statute of limitation for 5 years, and tomorrow will be the 5th anniversary. So the day before, they was like, he won't be charged in the death of Eric Garner. So
you know what?
That case will be gone with the wind as well.
Gone with the wind for them, but not for us.
Yeah.
And that is...
Again, that's why a lot of people ask me about When They See Us, which shout out to When They See Us. I didn't see the the docuseries, and I'm really not interested in seeing it myself, really. But shout out to them. They got 16 Emmy nominations. So I think that's great.
Well, you know what? Normally I would be like, woohoo. But I'm glad for some of the categories, like Niecy Nash. I'm happy for them. But I hate the fact that we're always winning Emmys off of shit that hurt us,
or that depict real life stories.
Like
always those.
Like I'm not mad because it's bringing light to something.
Yeah.
Anytime it can shine light on stuff that we go through, not we as a people go through all the time, right on. But I'm just saying, it's always something. It's always something. Like the turn didn't start happening until we started winning for stuff like, the good movies, or the good things. But it's always something bad or something that make us hurt, and then it's like,
it's kind of like
way to
glorifying the situation.
Way to glorify the fact that you got hurt again.
But it's like throwing you a bone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have a regular, like say for instance a show like Seinfeld who always won awards, but a show like Blackish, like why they can't get best comedy show or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, and they win, which is good. They've won, but I'm just saying, 16. Come on.
Yeah.
Ava has done some pretty awesome stuff before this.
Yeah.
So, but congratulations to them just the same. I just feel a certain type of way.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really look into the situation. Like that's why people like, why you don't watch that? It's good. I'm like, for what? The narrative for me never changes when it comes to this. It never changes. We always, got to sit there and see this happening today, which is almost the same thing that happened 25, 30, 35, 40 years ago.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at stuff that's been happening.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new. It's like, man, this is the same narrative, and it don't change, and it's not going to change, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. And you can keep on. I mean, let your voices be heard. But again, I was listening to somebody today, and they was like on the radio. They was like, black people gonna just let their voices be heard for 15 minutes, and then the white people, the Caucasians, white people, whatever y'all want to call them, they know that, and they gonna just count on us to just fall back and just okay, cool,
get quiet
again. Like okay,
march for a little bit while it's still fresh in everybody's mind.
About a month or so, that you're gonna quiet down.
Gonna die down, and then they gonna turn right back and continuously do the same thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I commend people that stay on top of it. Their voices can't be doing everything by itself, but
Right.
you
We
have
don't-
some people that are consistently and constantly just staying in with what's going
What
on.
happened to the leaders though? You know what I'm saying? I mean, first of all, it's never gonna be another Malcolm. We know it's never gonna be another Martin.
We don't have leaders like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's
unfortunately.
crazy. What happened?
I
What happened to
I
Al?
think it needs to be
What happened to Al?
like the regular people. Just sticking together, maybe not necessarily
And then people are
protesting and picketing, but just coming together.
And then you got people that are just are scared
yeah.
to be on the forefront or be in the, I should say, in the line of fire. Like, I mean, you got some people, again, like I said, that are out here and won't stop.
Right.
But then you
People
have,
like T.I.
But
Somebody
then
like
you have
T.I.
people like,
That's on the T.I. You got T.I. got the voice right now, so he's out there speaking. Then you got people behind the scenes like Jay that's doing stuff behind the scenes.
That you don't know about, but
Right.
he's still doing something.
Yeah, but so where is the situation that people come out there and speak? Like, again, like I said, what happened to Al Sharpton and all them and Jesse?
I mean, for me, some people may not agree, but I think for Al Sharpton, it's got to be big enough.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
And you know what?
I mean, that's my personal opinion, and it's not the opinion of anyone else on Let's Be Clear or Win DC Radio. It's my opinion. I think that it has to be big.
Honestly, though, I kind of agree with you.
A lot of them, I think so.
I kind of agree with that. If it ain't big enough, they're not gonna really say
constantly
nothing.
be
Like,
in the news and making a point.
My sister's best friend's son was, what is it?
Who?
What's the word when you acquitted?
Yeah.
Okay. And for
Is he still in?
No, he just got out for an incident at one of the schools here in the area.
So hold on for a minute. When was he arrested? Or when did he get incarcerated? When was this?
He was acquitted 2 years ago.
Right.
He'd been in jail ever since.
So what was he in jail for?
Murder.
No. What did he got? So he got acquitted 2 years ago.
Yes.
So from 2 years ago to now, why was he in there?
Baltimore wouldn't let him go. And
Why?
I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've been acquitted. Why am I here?
Why is that not automatic?
They were still trying to make an issue of accessory after the fact, and of course,
Oh, so he was still on the case.
Finally, he went back for another bond hearing and another situation, and they finally let him go. But it was crazy. I saw D.L. Hughley share it.
Oh, you for real?
Yeah,
Wow.
he shared it like 2 months ago, and when I saw Melinda's face pop up, I was like, oh. So what I'm saying is, you have some people that really kind of look around the country for things that's happening to us, and they say
And
something about
he's
it.
never one on the forefront too.
Yeah.
I so apologize.
A lot of
I
stuff
apologize
that's
for
been
leaving his
going
name
on
off
we
that
would never
list.
know about.
You would never know about. I honestly hear about a lot of stuff through looking at him
I
and
think the
listening
one I
to
told
him.
you about yesterday.
I just saw it on his page about the cop.
Yeah.
So
What about the cop?
It was a sheriff. He went to the IRS building, so he had some questions, and the security guard that was on duty told him he couldn't come in with his gun. He needed to take his gun.
So a sheriff went to the
in uniform. He's in uniform, full uniform.
I'm sorry, a black sheriff.
He's black.
You can see the
white
video
security
on D.L.
guard.
Hughley's page.
He pulled a gun out on him and was trying to apprehend him.
And had
Called
the gun.
911 and said, "There's a man
Not a
here
sheriff.
with a gun. Not a sheriff, not an
Said a
officer,
man, not a sheriff deputy.
Of course, they come.
They come.
Yeah.
So when they come.
He said he was trying to leave. He wouldn't let him leave. He said, "I was just bracing to be shot in the back because I wasn't gonna stop."
He was a security guard.
Security guard.
So he wasn't even an officer of the law.
He was a security
guard that just happened to
have a gun.
Have a gun.
He's an armed security guard.
Yeah. But a security guard just the same.
So this is, and that's what I'm saying. The narrative never changed. So what happens to this guy, to this security guard now? Does he get fired?
He didn't get fired. They charged him with, I can't even
Something.
remember what it was.
And someone put in the comments, I guess all blue lives don't matter.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta be a certain situation
in order
for it
for
to matter.
It don't, and again, it don't. The narrative don't change. The narrative don't
I
change.
couldn't believe it. I'm like, you wanted him to leave his gun in the car?
But he's a sheriff. Why are you trying to?
But he told him. He said,
how you trying to
I
apprehend
can't
him?
leave my gun in the car.
Because if
like,
somebody breaking my car and
Yeah.
and they steal it and kill somebody, that's my fault.
He said, I can't. Well, I can't let you come in here. Oh, okay.
And even though he understood and was leaving, the security guard kept the gun on his back.
On his back and followed him out. Anything could have happened.
It's all on tape, though. The entire thing was on surveillance, of course. It's the
That's
IRS
great.
building. So.
But D.L. Hewley, he's one of the ones that's out there too. But people like D.L. Hewley and T.I., there's so much out in the front that Caucasian people can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? But they need work. They need help. I think they need help too.
Yeah.
So I think we need more people because, you know, even though they preaching the right word, but I think, Caucasians probably looking at them just straight up just entertainers that ain't really making no noise, even though they bring in light to the situation.
I think now they are not, because you see people reacting to them now, like saying stuff. So maybe they, you know, I don't know. I don't think most of us stay behind things long enough.
No, we don't. We definitely don't.
We don't.
Also, 45 in his remarks.
Yeah, I don't.
About the Democratic that people that need to go back where they came from. Like, really? And y'all still ain't bring up no charges on this man yet.
I mean, he's just able to be.
It's starting to become hilarious now.
He's just able to be who he is publicly with no problem.
And
that's
he knows
what it is.
it.
He's able to be who he's been and who he is publicly with a lot of important people and powerful people behind him. That's what that is.
That's crazy. But again, the narrative never changes the world we live in, I guess.
But that's the problem. You know what I mean? That is a problem that's what we have to say.
Right.
And a lot of us feel that way, which is why a lot of us don't do anything, because it's like, it is what it is. It's never going to change.
Like, oh well.
Which is exactly why a lot of people are able to be the assholes that they are, because we
know they can
always
get away
say
with it.
About people, whoever we know, that's just how she is.
And let it go.
No, that doesn't give you a right to be an asshole. She's an asshole all the time. He's always an asshole.
Don't pay him no mind.
Don't pay him no mind. That's just who he is. No. Damn
You're
it.
going to get smacked every time.
Yeah,
you say
you're gonna
some
get
dumb shit out your mouth,
popped.
You just gonna get popped.
Cause that make tell you people in the streets all the time, like don't let that man get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Don't let 45 get your ass whooped.
Let me tell you something. It was never before like it is now that I have to pray hard than a mug before going into work or stepping into situations with other people, because I swear for Lord, somebody gonna get it.
Somebody gonna get the song.
I don't know if they gonna get the song or the whole goddamn album, but they gonna get it. They gonna get it.
That is.
Shout. Thank you everybody for watching. We never said hello, Mia. Hello, Erskine. Thank you for watching. What up, Joseph? Shout out to Joseph. He is on Balancing Act Radio Show. It's on every Wednesday from 11 to 1. Shout out to you, my brother. Papa Joe, what up?
Hey, Papa Joe.
Thank you for watching. And everybody else I can't really see, but thank you guys for watching. So, like I said earlier, but we just got off because that stuff needed to be talked about.
Yeah.
We have 3 things that we wanted to discuss with y'all. The first one really doesn't apply to Mike, but he can weigh in anyway because he's a husband and a father, so he can weigh in on a male's perspective. But this is Becky's topic, actually. So she wanted the people to give her the song about this.
No.
So Becky,
Well, no, I was on YouTube as usual, following one of the YouTubers. She's actually local here. She lives in Maryland, and she was saying how she had just signed up to work with a trainer one on one, and she said it took her a while because her family, they had just got a house built, so they were kind of getting things for that. They have 3 boys. And she works, of course, she's a professional photographer, and she would say that she felt guilty for doing something for herself, like it was taken away from her duties as a mom and being a wife. So she kind of always put herself to the back burner. And she said she just one day realized that if I don't take care of myself, how can I be the best that I can be for my kids and my husband and my clients? And so she was talking about and just asking how many other people feel guilty for taking the time out or just doing little things for themselves, fearing that it's going to take away from their other roles that they play in their household.
and she wanted to know, should you feel
Should you
guilty?
even feel guilty?
I don't think so.
I don't think you should feel guilty, but
I mean, I
get
think
what
you have
she's
to.
saying.
I think you have to prioritize when you have multiple roles or multiple things that you're doing. You have to prioritize, and that it doesn't necessarily mean when you're a wife or a mother. It's just period. When you have several things that you want to do and that you're trying to do, you have to prioritize them because sometimes they'll run off.
I think when you're in that kind of situation, you do tend to forget about yourself, even if just in a relationship in general.
You lose yourself.
You
do.
lose yourself, and
You do.
maybe women tend to feel that way more than men,
Do you
but
feel?
they may. Some
Um,
may feel like that.
we
If
have
they
some
taking
fellas
care of
watching.
if they responsible for the household, or so to speak, the man is the head of the house, so they need to make sure everything is what it's supposed to be financially. Do y'all feel guilty when you want
know,
to
Papa
do
Joe,
something for yourself?
Joseph, do y'all feel guilty when you want to do something for yourself, even though you're a father and a husband? Mike?
First of all,
Oh.
Okay. First of all, it's good, y'all. It's good. Here it comes.
I've said this to everybody. I've told you this before. I think I told Becky before. Listen. You come before anybody. You come before anybody. You cannot teach me how to take care of somebody else if you can't even take care of yourself first. How that's gonna happen? How? And when people now, I never understood. I understand it, but I don't understand when people always talking about. I gotta feed my kids first. I gotta do this for my kids first. I gotta do this first for this is it. You can't do none of that first without you. Like if you're not teaching somebody, how can you raise your kids to go out and do stuff for themselves if you always doing for them, but you're not doing for yourself? Well, Ma, how you keep telling me how you keep giving me the money to go buy shoes and you need shoes and you ain't even buying for yourself first? You have to implement. You gotta let these people. You gotta let these people. I'm sorry. You gotta let these kids know, or anybody, your family know that. In order to take care of yourself, to take care of them, you got to take care of yourself first. Because then they can see how to delegate everything else. As long as you take care of yourself, and then boom, you take care of them, and them, so they get the idea.
But should you feel guilty about doing things
No,
for
you can't. You can't feel guilty about it because that's the way of life. You can't. That's
shouldn't,
that's like
but
if you.
I have.
That's like saying.
I have
That's
felt
like
guilty a
but
lot.
that's like
A
self-love. Like you don't love yourself, but you love your kids. How can you teach your kids how to love if you don't even love yourself? All that goes in under the same umbrella. You cannot feel guilty about doing something for yourself because when you do something for yourself, you feel good, right? So am I right? Ladies, am I right?
Well, Well, you should.
Right.
You
So
should.
basically, when you feel
You
good,
should.
of course, then you that goodness gonna ooze out into the kids and boom, bam, boom. Like it's
Maybe
give and
some
take.
people just don't know how to transition. Like, cause I was a teenage mom, so of course never been a mother before. Now I'm 19 with a kid, so in my mind, he was my priority.
Right.
So I had to make sure I did whatever it took to make sure that he was okay. So I kind of did lose myself
Do you know
once
why
I
you did
became
that?
a mother.
You know why you did that? Because that's what you was taught. Like, that's your child. Because I'm quite sure when you had a baby, everybody always told you, you know, you got a lot to do now. You got to take care of that baby. You got to make sure that baby got to have everything you need. You got to do all this. You got to do that. Yeah. Nobody never said
So
it.
that's why I think women
You
probably tend to feel it more. Because mostly dads, I mean, they may get to talk, but for women, it's like we take on so many different roles that it's easy to kind of lose yourself in your other titles.
I think for women, you automatically go to what you're supposed to be doing in those other roles. Mm-hmm. So basically it's what you say, like, as a wife, I need to be home. Mm-hmm. Where's that written? But it's what we think. I gotta be home. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta be here at this time. And then in doing all of that, your husband may still be living his life, doing the things that he want to do. Not necessarily anything bad. I'm just saying he's still able to do what he's doing, but you're here.
And it's like
doing everything as a wife. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sitting here stressed out and depressed sometimes.
I don't know. I can't say that some men don't feel that way, because some men might be going.
Especially like I say, if the brunt of everything is on them, like if they don't have working wives.
Shamia say, "Hey fam, she at work listening. What's up, Mia?" I'm laughing at Brittany because Brittany said, "I know I'm off topic, but what color is your nails, Miss Nee?" Oh. But then she come right back and say, she said, "You can message to me later."
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Joseph said, very interesting perspective, Mike. I think I subconsciously go about it that way. Papa Joe said, if the head of the family not taking care of the family, if the head of the family not taking care of the family, if the head of the family not take care of the family suffers. I think that the quilt comes when what you do takes away from the well-being of the family. Mia say that's a natural mindset to feel some type of way when you're always doing and making sure others are good. So I don't think she should feel guilty.
Yeah. And
you can't feel guilty because, like I said, I know I'm not should relate to the sports, but Deion Sanders used to always say it best. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they're gonna pay good. Right. So if you gotta look good and feel good. You know what I'm saying?
At least feel good about yourself. Yeah.
So, but then it's always, well, I'll wait until the kids get older. Then it's like, okay, the kids got older. Then now here come the grandkids.
Exactly, it's a cycle.
Let me be around. Let me help do this, help raise the grandkids too, in a sense. And it just is like it's just constantly. You always putting it on, putting it on.
You gotta learn how to take time.
Sometimes it takes somebody from the outside to come in and be like, well, what's going on with you? Like, what you gotta do for yourself, or what do you want? Like, what do you want to do? Now, your kids are grown. They out the house. They got their own families. Now, what you gonna do?
Right.
And I think that was when you growing up, a lot of young people, it's like when you had babies when you was a teenage mom, your parents, or if you had parents in your life, they would tell you, and that's your responsibility. You gotta make sure that baby taken care of.
Papa Joe said it's guilt. He put a Q by mistake. You said quilt.
Quilt. I think that's the guilt. Comes when you do. I'm going to read with the type, Papa Joe. Let me read with the type, baby. Did he take guilt, Mike? Like that's my dad.
Supposed to know, like your father.
That's that was a dad coming right back, correcting his son.
Yes.
He probably would. If he was in my face, he probably said, "Guilt, goddamn, what's wrong with your ears?"
Yep.
But I think growing up, and same thing, even though the guys had the same talk as fathers, you gotta do whatever you can. Again, but as a father, we not gonna have the baby all the time. And even as a parent that was in this kid's life, the parents, y'all, as your mother gonna have the baby all the time. I might have the baby the weekend, but you got the baby 5 days a week. So we get that same conversation, but we don't take it the way y'all take it. Y'all take it like, I gotta do. Like, I got everything. Everything that comes in, I gotta push it back out.
Right.
Instead
I gotta handle it, and then if it's some time, if it's some money,
that's what I'm saying. You gotta do it. You gotta handle.
It's like go ahead and do
right.
do
it's like it's what's coming in, gotta give it out. What's coming in, gotta give it out. What's coming in, gotta give it out. What's coming. Oh, 2 things came in. Maybe I can keep this for myself and put that. You know what I'm saying? But that's like once every so often. But you can't do that. You cannot not take care of yourself and then stress your kids how to take care of themselves.
That's true. Now, this is not off topic, but it's a little bit. But I'm going on what Mike said. When do you know how it's always bills for the most part for most people. I gotta pay these bills. When do you just stop for a minute and say, I really want this and I'm gonna get it, like I'm gonna buy it? We have that type of guilt too, like you know, like we work to pay bills for the most part, unless we are wealthy, rich, or just don't have to, right? And then sometimes you really want something, like you want it. How do you balance that type of guilt? I'm asking because that's me.
I'm gonna tell you the funny part about it.
That is me.
I would kind of work it out that even though if it's gonna be late, it's not gonna be late. If it's something that I just really want at that moment, but I try not to do that, because then you got
that bill you worrying about, that same bill will come out next month.
I mean, yeah, I didn't double up before.
What you mean?
It ain't
so
going
don't buy it, because
if you want something, get it. Because that same bill that you worrying about, it's gonna come back next month. And one thing about bills, or the people that's
you're not saying don't pay it. You just saying.
No, I'm not saying don't pay it. Nah.
Oh, okay. If you was like, it's gonna come out next month.
It's gonna come back next month.
Get it this month.
Because you know what? The people that's sending the bills out, at the end of the day, they still want the money. They want it on time, but sometimes stuff happens.
Yeah.
You can call them and say, hey, I ain't got it right now. Or, say for instance, this bill might be $100. Your bill, each month's bill is $100. So you know what? I might double up next month. Or if I can't double up next month, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this bill, I'm gonna spread it out over 4 months, and just get what I need to get. And then next month I'm gonna pay $125. The following month $125, and then that $100 will be caught up eventually.
Yeah.
Cause the bills ain't gonna stop coming.
Yeah.
But whatever you want ain't gonna be there. Them shoes you wanted ain't gonna be there. That dress you wanted, them jeans you wanted, is not gonna be there.
Like I can really want something, and it's just because something else is pressing, I just won't.
It's a priority thing. Like what is it? Is it something where? No, because it can't be. It ain't never that. It's never that prioritized, because you don't got the pink slip. You ain't got that. You don't have that bill. You don't got that bill say, hey, Becky, if you don't pay this electric bill, hey, Neen, if you don't pay this water bill by Friday, it's getting cut off.
I'm not saying don't pay your bills. It's just like,
no, I'm not saying that neither. All I'm saying is that you gotta do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta do it for yourself first.
Papa Joe said that's why it's important to set priorities. Sometimes pay things ahead of time so you can do.
I like to do that, so I don't have to worry about it.
And one of the people Chick was the one that told me that, because I was that guy. I always want to pay the bill first, and then whatever I want, I'll try to wait to get it. Yeah, I was like that. And Chick was like, Mike, you gotta.
Because I don't remember it changing. It just went from one floor to the next. But I don't remember.
Yeah, I just don't see you going down in the basement no more. You're upstairs now.
Chick say, man, look, sometimes you gotta buy something. You gotta buy something for yourself every now and then, man. Forget that bill. That bill will come back next month. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I mean, you gotta take it yourself, ladies. That's single parents, or even that's in relationships, or they have families. You have to do for yourself. You have to put yourself first. I used to get so upset when people say, "I gotta put my kids come first." If I would starve before I let my kids starve. Why you gotta starve? Why your kid gotta starve? Why y'all can't share that plate?
Right. I do agree with that.
Like why? Like and then people act like that's such a big deal. I would tell you right now, I'll make sure my kid had before I have.
I think some people just say that.
Why y'all both can't have?
Good.
It do.
It
Unless
good.
you really know the situation.
Hey, Papa Joe, my next door neighbor told me that too.
Good.
My next door neighbor told me that too. Papa Joe said I paid myself first.
I've heard that.
Mr. Bill, the neighbor, told me that like because he retired, he was like, man, you know, when you at work, 401k, he said, you know, you up it. He said up it every time. He said you got to pay yourself. He said pay yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I used to take my 401k up and down, you know, whatever. I'd be like, oh nah, I only want 5% this time or 6%. He was like, nah, let it do what it's supposed to do. So each year it increases. Like, all right, cool, pay yourself first. Nobody, cause who he said your job gonna pay you, but your job pays you to pay your bills or you know live your life. Mm-hmm. But when your job is finished, who's gonna pay you then?
Right. So
what happens is you need to pay yourself. Pay yourself now. Pay yourself now, so then later on you're paid. I said, okay, I understood it. I understand it. So, yeah, ladies, men that's single fathers or
not even single.
That's what I said.
Like you said.
I was just trying to cover all bases. Everybody's under the umbrella, men and women. Take care of yourself first, because if you take care of yourself first, it makes everything so much easier. You won't have to feel guilty about nothing. Now, if you're going to take your $100 and you're going to spend $89.95 on some shoes, and you know your child needs something to eat, now wait a minute, time out now. That's a different situation.
We are not saying do that.
Yeah,
or you walking bundles and your son need a haircut.
I'm not saying that either.
And your kids' clothes is dirty and you out there looking fresh from
you out there with them J's on and you talking about you about to go make your child some oodles and noodles.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, we can't.
We can't do that.
Definitely not saying
and on that note, we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back with the other two topics. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You thought it was, nigga. Yeah, it's family over everything, nigga. Yeah, if money ain't in the bank, damn sure it's in the bag. My niggas ain't fucking with us, nigga. We gonna keep it how we do, you know.
Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. What's the mission? Get that work and find a kitchen. Listen, you can find me in that laboratory, steady mixing like you do that lean with the soda. Haze in a grape swisher, that's a fruit roller. Chevy nigga, but fuck with that GT Cobra. Fox body, hopping out no socks with the loafers. Badge of honor from loyalty, certified soldier. I say, hold up, we gon' roll up, pockets swole up. Get to know us like the fuse, I'm about to blow up. You go harder, gotta show us. Shorty bopping, we ain't stopping. Hey, it's money over rollers, yeah. Chase a bag, hating niggas, just promoters, yeah. If I was you looking at me, I wouldn't cross them. I'd be cool and pass the message to them niggas in your section. Flexing like we won't toss them. Beat the brake dust off them. I just chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. You better not be in line when it's feeding time. Cause me and mine gon' be ripping through your carcass. I'm trying to see where your heart is. I'm officially the hardest. That's official. SK, position like a marksman. Ready for war, I got 'em slipping in the darkness. Back against the ropes, go harder, don't go. I learned that in 94, seen the income level low. Niggas beefing toe to toe, we was scraping every penny, now I know. All that pride go out the window when you broke, yeah. I'm out that window with a scope, aiming for that bag, where that money at. It's the KID, took my crown, placed it on the throne, had to save my seat. That's right. Whoa, it ain't no game, so don't play with me. No, in my zone, that's the place to be. Behind the wheel, chasing the bag, trying to get from A to B. Ready to ride and provide, that's how I'm trained to be. Chase chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. Hey, I'ma get it. In these conditions. I'ma get it. To the limit.
Is there? There we go. All right, now we back. Yeah.
Can you hear us now? Can y'all hear me? Did you miss me? Can you hear me?
I think it should be back now though, because we can hear ourselves.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what y'all heard and what you didn't hear, so I'm gonna start.
He said feedback is all he heard. Yeah, there you go. All right, now we back. Okay. But you cannot. If the question is, what's you want to do the question again, Ning?
Yeah. So the question was, how do you, or can you, or how involved should you be in your kids' sports activities when they now have coaches? When they have coaches, how involved should you be? And we left off with Mike, because he was a coach and he in turn became just a parent. How did he do it? And what you were saying? And stop biting your nails. I told him that on air, y'all.
Mike said the sound gone, but now we can hear. I don't know. You can't take the parent when you're coaching. You can't take the parent hat off until you stop coaching. You have to stop coaching. And the thing about it is when they first start playing, like Lil Mike first started playing, of course, you know, being a dad, you like, is the excitement of his first year. And you know, you always want your child to be in that glorified position. You want that glorified position. But that wasn't my son. That wasn't Mike at the beginning. And so of course I wasn't coaching, but I was on the sideline though. It's Little League, I'm on the sidelines. So whatever coach telling him to do, I'm trying to reiterate, man, XYZ. So the coach put me on as assistant coach. And it was kind of difficult for the first year because that was a sniper year. Mm-hmm. So when he played, you know, like a lot of games got canceled. So Mike played offensive line. It was, you know, again, ain't the glorified position. You know, as a dad, you just sit there, and then you want to try to teach him how to be a better player, how to do this. I need you to do this. I want you to play this position. I want this position. But at the same time, you got to figure out, you see other parents doing the same thing. So now you got to figure out what's best. Again, let's go back to how we talking about we got to take care of ourselves first. So you look at it like, do I really want to have my son have his eyes on this prize and knowing he might not be able to achieve it? So it's like, I'm like, let me just trust. You got to put some trust into the coach. Because sometimes you get blinded to the fact that you don't know what you're talking about. This is my child. I know what he can do. And in your heart of hearts, you kind of know what he can't do. So Mike played the line, and then the following year, I became a coach. Then he played offensive, defensive line. You know, and then I think that year we went undefeated. Went to the championship, won the championship. Everything. I was under another coach. Great. So he was a great coach. So at the time, I'm still a dad, but I'm still a coach. But I'm learning how to be a coach and be a dad at the same time. Like, even though I'm the head coach now, I have every opportunity. I'm gonna put my son in the backfield, or I'm gonna put my son at quarterback or receiver, because that's what I want him to play. But as a coach, it's like, does that help you or does that hurt the team? So as a dad, you got to be like, So I left Mike on the offensive line, but at the same time, I taught him what to do. So basically, you don't learn this one position. You learn what everybody's supposed to do on this offensive line. Same thing. You learn what everybody's supposed to do on the defensive line, because he played both sides. And then the following year, I was head coach again. Mike, because one thing you can't control is your kid's body. You can't control the body. So what I mean by that is Mike was chunky. He's a little fat boy. Can't
get up and down as quick as everybody else.
You do want to keep eating them cupcakes. So, but Mike playing football, he started slimming down. So basically, it's like, okay, well now you ain't really got that weight to be in the middle with them boys no more. So he moved him back. He played linebacker and then played running back. And the thing about it was, we got moved him running back because the first year he played, when, like I said, the sniper joint, he always played offensive line, and we was beating the team by so much. So the coach was letting other players get,
some time to play,
get the glorified position. So he put Mike at running back, and Mike first I got the ball, ran the ball 70 yards for a touchdown. I was ran on the sideline with him. I was like, nah, he should play this all the time, but you gotta look at the competition that he's playing against.
Can't, yeah.
So Mike was a student because even though he played, now mind you, he played offensive line, he learned them. He played defensive line, he learned them. So when Mike started slimming down, it's like, okay, you got to move you back away from the line. So as a coach, I'm seeing this now. As a dad, I'm excited, but I'm not letting that overtake the situation where I'm gonna make him still put in that glorified position. But he showed me, because now he's playing linebacker and running back, so he knows what should be done, yada yada yada. But no, he's playing linebacker. He's playing still offensive line because we had some other good kids that were just better than him. So, but as a dad, I still want him to do that. So, but I'm still like, okay, cool. So what I didn't notice that Mike was learning everybody else's position though, from what he was doing. He knew because he already played defensive line, offensive line. I'm like, wow, that's what's up. So he already knows. So he out there telling kids what to do. I'm like, okay, so now this is not even this. The dad in me is excited. The coach in me is like, that's a good job. So then we got to the point now that's like, as a parent, you want your kid to go all the way. As a coach, you feel as though you can take him all the way. We got to a point where I know it's people that know more than me. So basically, if I keep trying to be his coach everywhere he goes, I'm gonna stunt his growth. So as a parent, you gotta say, you know what? It's time for me to step back. Because I can't be a coach and a parent anymore. I can't do it because I'm going to be biased in everything he did. So he got to play, came over to D.C., he got to play with the Hart Jets. Another coach started coaching him, shout out to Shields. And I seen Mike's potential elevate because he was like, Mike, I want you to play running back. Now, as a coach, I'm like, I mean, even though I ain't the coach, I mean, I'm helping out as far as practice and all that, but I can't make any decisions. He said, I want Mike, I want you to play running back. I'm like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too sure about that.
You're not the coach.
But I'm not the coach. So, I mean, I didn't say nothing. But as a dad, I'm like, yeah, that's what's up.
Say you as a coach, how would you handle a parent that may
just
know
doing too much.
So that's what happened.
To come and say, no, my son needs to.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. So as a dad, I'm like, So other kids like, okay, so they put them in positions. This is middle school ball now. This is like the highest level for Mike at the time. It's I told you Mike came from Virginia to DC. Kids that already been playing with the other kids, like, okay. Because as a matter of fact, I brought Mike and Mike's friend DeAndre to play. So the kids like, who the hell is these two kids? Like,
they knew coming on.
They knew, but Shields knew who they were. But other kids didn't know. You didn't know. Parents didn't know. So, kind of, sort of. So when your kid coming from Little League football, Becky going into junior high, he's playing running back the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So your kid about to go to Hart. He about to play running back. Because that's what you seen. That's what he been doing. Get up there, junior high school, middle school, and his level not up there as the next kid. So now they got Becky's son playing offensive line. So now you mad as shit. Like, who the hell does this? Who told you my kid can do this? My kid been doing this all this time. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to coach. That's the parents now. Mm-hmm. Parents are starting this or that. So as a coach, all you can do is really like listen, because at the end of the day, you the coach. Now what happens is if it gets to the point where you can't take it no more, as a coach you got that option. Well, Miss Becky, you know what, I understand. This might not be the team for your son. And I seen Coach Mo do that in high school in Ballou. Coach Mo, parent kept telling Coach Mo, put my son in the game, put my son in the game, put my son in the game. Coach Mo not listening. He's coaching the game. The whole time, Coach Mo is listening. Now, this is high school ball. Now, mind you, the kid ain't saying nothing. The kid just on the team. He know the procedures. He know what's going on. He know
Just
his
wanna
role.
play.
I know my role. Parent the whole time. This, that, this, and that. Assistant coach told the parent, be quiet, calm down, woo, woo, woo. After the game, Coach Mo had a meeting with the team. Hey, you know, good game, man. You know, it was a tough one today. They played broad run. Says, good game, tough one, man. I need y'all to practice on Monday. We need to be out there. We need to work hard. We need to do this. We need to do that. Cool. So y'all get it together. Turned around, seen the parent. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, you can go ahead and take your son, because this ain't the team for him. You and your son can go. So now what you just did was you ain't hurt me.
You hurt your son.
You hurt your son.
Yeah.
You hurt your son. So as a parent, you got to know when to back off. You got to know when to back off.
Unless,
because
I guess if it's something that's hurting them or, you know.
yeah, because it's like you teach, but you know you can only teach but so much.
Yeah.
It's somebody that knows more than you. So now you got to just pass it on. Like, I did my part. As a coach, I did my part. As a father or a parent, you never stop doing your part, because whatever coach is teaching you out there is, I got to reiterate that. Whether I agree with it or not. This is not my life I'm living. This is your life that you're living. So it's my job as a dad now.
To just entrust that the coaches.
The coach know what he talking about. So I got to.
What's best.
Yeah, so what the coach said, you need to work on what? You need to work on your speed. I know how to work on speed a little bit, but I know it's somebody that probably can work on speed better than me.
But
so let's go find that person to work on your speed.
But what about the kids that don't know how to choose?
Between what?
Their father, because
Or listening to
the dad.
Okay.
And the coaches,
coach.
they don't want to
that's-
disappoint
That's not true.
either one.
Every kid know how. Every kid know who to choose. Every kid don't want to choose because they're afraid of hurting their father. Because at the end of the day,
You really ain't gonna hurt the coach.
you're not gonna
pretty
hurt the
much.
coach. Because you got to remember, on a football team, it's 50-something other kids that want to do what you're doing. So you really can't hurt the
take
coach.
your spot too.
Yeah. Now, it's different, because what happens is you learn, because if you're that much into football or basketball or baseball, you look at other levels. So if you're in middle school, you look at high school. You see these kids being recruited by coaches. Then you in high school, you look at college. You see these colleges being recruited. So you see all these other kids. And now it's like as a coach, my job as a coach is to try to put you in the best position possible to succeed and get you to that next level. And the kid knows that. But if a parent is sitting there trying to poison everything I'm teaching them, and I notice that, best thing is
that's not good.
take your kid somewhere else. But the worst part about it ain't just the dads. You said the dad.
Well, I'm just
The
talking
mothers
about
are just as bad.
Yeah.
And the mothers do everything. When I mean everything for them kids to get on the field or be with the coach.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Man, ask some of these high school. I can tell you some stories about some of these high school coaches. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, I cleaned that up.
Oh, I'm not talking about little league. Little league is little league, but when you get to high school, oh my gosh. Because a lot of times, when you get to that, whatever teenage years, 13, 14, 15, and the dad ain't in their life, so all they see is coach dad. The coach is being their dad too, because the coach spends so much time with your child. Is like he the dad. So it's man. Oh, you didn't see that? Why y'all gonna send it to him though? Why you gonna send it to Papa Joe? Papa Joe said everything. Papa Joe just said everything. See, look at me.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. But you have to.
I'm not.
we not even going there with you, Papa Joe. We don't want to hear.
Hey, twin, where you been, twin? Hey, where you been, twin? You must be working hard, twin. They got you working hard. But coaching, when you do that though, as a father and a coach, because you got to know your limitations too. Some of these guys swear they can coach way more than pass than what they know, and they really can't. But as a dad, you got to know that I can only teach you. I can get you here. The rest is all on you. Mothers, they feel as though that they of course, mothers see their kid, they think their kid gonna be the next star athlete.
So what they do, they just go and sleep with the coaches.
Wow, I never said that.
Well, that's doing everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everything can't be bringing juice boxes and orange slices.
Yeah. Nah, inviting them to dinner and all
the team mom. You the team mom, all right.
Exactly.
And giving up the boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Well, guess what? If I got to give up the boots for my son to be running back, that dude going to be the water boy. Because I'm not doing that.
If you got to do that, obviously your child ain't that good.
Right.
No, sometimes the child is that good.
No.
Well, then why I gotta give it up if my son
you
is
ain't
out
got
there
to.
burning the field?
You ain't got to.
No, if his skills cannot get him that starting spot, or we going somewhere else where they gonna see his potential.
Because sometimes
he's short bread.
Yeah,
because what we say about some of these kids, they ain't got it all the way together upstairs. So sometimes coaches get tired of that, and parents be like, well, we got to work. Can we work with him? Or,
okay.
Can you come over? I'm going to cook for him and this and that.
No. Not
what? That. I mean.
You right. My son ain't doing right.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe. He's off the team. He won't be.
That's a whole topic. Y'all should talk.
Papa Joe would say all eye and just left it. He just left it at that. All eye and just he just stopped. I mean.
Yeah, you need to stop.
But again, you guys, sometimes a lot of people can separate themselves, but the over dads, the over coach dads that think they know everything more than the coach, them the ones that you really have the problem with.
I mean, I've seen people literally get into situations with coaches, parents getting into situations with coaches because they doing the most.
Yeah. And then especially if coach is not, you coach the talent that you have. So basically what happens is, then you coach and you're not going to win every game. You're going to lose some games. But as a parent, you're going to highlight the game you lost. If you put my son in the game, we would have won. You like, really? Like, really, all we can practice.
I think it's tough.
All we can practice, your son dropped every ball that came his way. All we can practice. You wouldn't know that because you wasn't there.
You missed that.
You missed that. The way you practice is what you're gonna get on the field. Trust me, you ain't gonna just show up on the. Well, Mike did that once, but he was sick. But you ain't gonna just show up on the field or show up on game day and cut the light switch on, and you're gonna be an all-star.
Well,
That's not what's gonna happen.
Mike did that.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's men. Men.
It was
men.
The coach part was so crazy. The transformation that you see in your child is crazy. I remember one time when Mike was playing with Hart up Baloo, Tate came to the game. I think little Mike had like 5 touchdowns that game. Tate was like, who the hell is that kid keep running like that? And I ain't say nothing. He was like, dog, who the hell is that kid? And I was like, dog, that's little Mike. He say, man, no way possible that's little Mike. I said, that's little Mike.
I mean, sometimes they turn it on. That's how it be.
Little Mike, even when we lost the championship game, little Mike was like, the whole team told him that they thought he was going to lead them by himself to the championship and win the championship game by himself. And that's what I'm saying. It got to a point where I couldn't do no more, and I knew that. But the other coach brought that animal out of him. So when I saw him bring the animal out of Mike, all I can do is reassure Mike that you are that animal.
Yeah.
That you are that animal. That's all I can do. I've learned. Coaches don't learn. Mothers don't learn. Dads don't learn. Everybody don't learn that. Well, and then, because you know why? You know why, Becky? Because Becky got her friend right beside her telling her,
you know what?
You know he better than that. You know he's supposed to be in there. You like...
Oh, you don't really know sports like that. I know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
Nah.
Hey, Nee, I'm trying to tell you. What he doing, he not using the right, Nee.
Well, you know what? The coach gonna get it together.
And but see, the parent ain't gonna say that. The parent gonna be like, you think so? Like, I know what I'm talking about.
What you think I should go?
Man, take him out of there. Put him somewhere else.
Shouldn't be that easy.
And then he go somewhere else and don't get no play.
Papa Joe said a lot of these kids cannot take instructions, but mom still get irate because he's on the bench, not understanding that in football, if he's not able to understand the game, he could really get injured. That's why I say about weed. People, even though weed is legal, professional football players should not smoke weed because the reaction time is way different. Every play in football is like a car crash, and if I'm on the field and I'm a linebacker or something, and you might be a running back, and I know you smoke, and you probably smoke right before the game, I'm gonna tear your helmet off. As Neen said, I'm gonna tear your face mask off.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your whole face mask off.
Yeah, because I already know my reaction.
Focused.
Yeah, exactly, because you're not focused.
He may have that good.
He gonna have that good, and that good.
Yeah, but you ain't do this in time.
Yeah, your move. Hold up, your
whole face mask off.
Hey, look.
I couldn't play
look. Your jab step
under the influence.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I don't know how in the hell.
That's what I'm saying. Your jab step.
When
you came around that corner, your jab step was like that. Then you come around the corner next time, your jab step like this.
Yeah. You think you said
and your block
they didn't ran smooth past you.
And you
cleaned the whole kitchen.
Right, you still like this, the ball, your helmet, your shoulder pads, everything split.
I'm gone with the broom and you still in the kitchen trying to clean up.
Twins say there's nowhere in hell they'll be able to play off that good. This means you know their whole face mask is off, not knowing what's happening. Like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why.
Let me tell you something. Your reaction time.
I would just like to talk to some players that smoke like before a game, like
because they think because they smoked that 12, and they got an 8:00 Monday night football game.
Yeah.
They thinking I'm gonna be good, but.
And
from experience,
if anything like that delayed reaction, that shit will hit you.
And I'm
anytime.
Like Twin just said, like Twin said, a player so will punish them going across the middle. It's like, say for instance, if I'm a linebacker and I know Tony is a receiver, and I seen this formation, he about to do a quick slant. You know how fast my reaction time to Tony who smoked weed at 12:00 gonna be? Oh my gosh! Trust and believe.
You gonna clean his clock?
He gonna be right on that stretcher like this, laying back, wrapped across his forehead.
Yeah, because he did.
I'm good. I'm good. Don't even worry.
With the leg up.
Right.
With the leg
or like
up.
this.
That's what I was shocked when I was talking to Skull about it. Like, dog, they cannot play. Now I can't speak. I can't speak about basketball because I don't really know how the reaction time would be basketball.
It's the same thing in any sport.
But I know
it requires. Movement.
Well, hockey for sure you probably couldn't do it because you're gonna get your ass.
I don't think you can do it.
Definitely not hockey. You trying to focus on that little. I can't even keep up on TV when I'm watching it. Like, where's the puck? Like, so high. It is no way.
And then you know how fast a slap shot is 80 miles per hour.
Like this. Oh shit! They at the other end. Let me. Oh fuck! They back at the. No, it is no way you can keep.
That's what I'm saying. So that hockey joint is definitely a no. Football is a no. Baseball is a hell no.
Yeah, cause know how fast that ball comes.
Concussion.
You like, oh shit! I should have swung. Oh wait, I should have.
He still got the ball in his hand. You swinging.
Yeah.
You already swung.
What are you swinging at?
I ain't even put the ball yet. You be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
I just say no in all sports.
Mike said it's some crazy parents out at them games. Twins say there'll be even more injuries because the players would be too loose. They would be. So even though weed is legal in certain states, no. I try to tell Scott that it's no because your reaction time. I don't care what the players say. Oh, nah, my reaction time. Nah, I'll be all right. No. Like you said, you looking at that little ass puck. You can't.
Ain't no, yeah.
You be down the other end. So that's crazy.
So we all agree that it's okay to be an involved parent, but at some point, if it requires it, you need to back up and let the coaches do what they do.
Yeah, an involved parent, you got to know your limits. Mm-hmm. That's all. Know how far you could take your child. Because you got to remember, if you could take your child to the highest level, why you not at the highest level coaching? You know what I'm saying? If you such a great coach or whatever, why you not coaching professionally or the college level or high school level? Everybody that know everything about coaching is never a coach. They just a parent. If you can,
but
coach,
I think it's because they think they know the sport.
I mean, it's okay to know the sport.
Knowing what it is and what it entails to actually be a coach.
Yeah,
it's,
like
it's,
I know,
it's
I
a
mean,
different level.
yeah, I know the sport. I know the sport in and out. But when you get in that huddle, like I done heard some of these college plays, and their terminology, you might as well be speaking Spanish.
But it's like us. I know a football call. I know a football play and all of that stuff, but I can't be no referee.
No.
Because it's going to be like
I'll be out there on emotion.
Game.
Right,
because
damn it, you didn't see.
No. No.
False start.
Wait a minute.
He double dribbled.
The ball dead. What are you talking
No.
about?
It'll be one of those things like, oh my God, you didn't see that? And then all I need is a whole bunch of people be yelling at me. I'll be crying. Like, I didn't do a good job. Look.
Because we was giving them,
Or
them
you
refs
might get an
business.
You might.
Or I might make.
Come on, Ref. Come on, Ref. You ain't see that? You got them damn glasses on. Come on, Ref.
That's what I'm saying.
You
All
need
of
my
that.
glasses,
Come on, man.
Ref.
You need-
Open your eyes, Ref.
Right, and see, y'all talking to me like that right now is making me, like I don't like it. So you just imagine a whole goddamn stadium of people, like.
Twins say I wouldn't even want to play no sports when I'm high. I just want to relax with the drink in my hand. It's chill time. They crazy. Mike said, I've been on the court in middle and high school. It was a journey for me. I missed them days and driving the activity bus lit.
See what I'm saying? No.
See, driving the kids around.
Mm.
But yeah, I just think that a lot of coaches should do that. I think that's the narrative right there. Is if you can coach so
That
good,
is your word.
it is.
Okay.
If you can coach so well, or you can get your child to the highest level, why are you not coaching at the highest level?
I think if you're a parent, be a parent, build them up, ask them what the coach said they need
What's up,
to work
Sana?
on, do all of that, and then fall off. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Papa Joe, we can do that, Papa Joe. Papa Joe said we should have a coach show one day. My grandson has the greatest coach, /teacher. Hashtag I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Papa
Mike
Joe,
Corner can do that.
First of all,
Mike
Papa
Corner
Joe, you
can
gotta
do
put a
that.
space between the hashtag I'm just saying. Don't put teacher, hashtag I'm just saying. Teacher, space,
First of
hashtag
all,
I'm
don't
just
be-
saying.
Gonna
First
do
of
that to
all,
Papa
don't
Joe.
come-
Nah, Papa Joe trying to come for me.
Don't
Papa
come
Joe
for
can
him.
do it however he
He
wants
can do
to.
what the hell he want to do.
He dabbed me early. He sunned
That's
me.
Papa Joe.
He sunned me earlier.
That's Papa Joe. He can do what the
That's
hell he
right.
wants to
Hey,
do.
he sunned me earlier.
Hey y'all, but you know what? We saved
Hey, Twin, I hope you listening, Twin.
we saved the best portion of the show for last. So grab a seat, listen very carefully, and while you listening, hit share because it's some other
Son
people.
gonna say leave him alone. All right, Papa
It's some
Joe.
other people that's supposed to, hear this. They need this song.
She gonna say Papa Joe grown.
Yeah, he grown. He grown.
That's our Papa Joe. We know that's
He grown.
my Papa Joe.
He is grown. We got a question, and I'm glad it's some fellas listening.
Hey,
'cause
Sherelle.
we got a question.
We coming up Philly soon, Sherelle. Time to give me a cheesesteak, Sherelle. Time to give me a cheesesteak.
Excuse me.
He gonna say Papa Joe gonna say fully grown.
Yes, fully grown.
I love my Papa Joe.
Are men more cattier, petty,
Wow,
argumentative,
really? You gonna say petty?
full
Yeah.
of
Cause I got my hat on.
mess?
Didn't even.
More than women? Are they more cattier, more pettier, more just all the things that were in the women's category, in the women's side of the page?
Mhm.
Are men doing it more?
Yes. Nowadays, hell yeah, they are.
I'm trying to
That's
tell
how Fuckboy
you.
came about.
That's what.
That's how Fuckboy came about. Cause
Let me tell
Yeah.
You
y'all.
old fuck boy.
out here
Let
acting
me
like
tell
some
y'all.
straight bitches.
Let me tell y'all, for the people in the cheap seats, I never for a million, I would have never guessed that I would be saying to somebody,
Okay, all right, Brittany.
Yes, Britt, they messy.
All right, Sana.
I did not think that I would at any point in my life say to men, I don't want to hear this shit. Because it was always men saying it to us.
Now, yeah.
It was always men saying it to us because we were the gossipers. Now, don't get me wrong. Women out here still gossiping, playing both sides of the track,
still a little
doing
messy.
all that bullshit.
We ain't changed that. We haven't changed.
We haven't changed that. We have not. We have not stopped. But the men are the worst.
They so
my
sensitive
God.
now.
Papa Joe
They
say.
sensitive.
Papa Joe say. Oh, what Sana say? Hell yeah, men going hard body. Papa Joe say these niggas are the worst. Twin say from all my experience, it's even. We both can be that way. Come on, man. It depends on the individual.
No.
And Sana say men are on the next shit.
It is.
Y'all are taking it over.
Y'all are taking it now.
Taking it over.
Now, don't get us wrong. We are not saying every single man.
No.
You can't say every single woman. I'm not saying every single man. I'm just saying as a species, as a whole. Not just as a whole. I'm telling you, the conversation dynamic between the men and their friends have changed.
Twin say the men have gotten more talkative.
Because now, y'all telling all the tea.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all giving it all up. Y'all calling each other. Y'all having side groups. Y'all doing all the shit that women have been famous for forever. Because women are the top. Let me tell you something. Women are the best at being in a group and then having a side conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Being in a clique,
but
having a side conversation.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
But when we did it and go back and tell our men, they like, why y'all do that?
Right, that's stupid.
Men don't do that.
Yeah.
Men don't do that.
We
chop
say
it up,
what we say, and then
say.
that's it.
I said what I said.
No.
That's how men used to be, and I find that it's more of us doing it.
They be crying when they get in the car. Because
Man,
they be
let me tell
so
you about-
hurt in
man.
them feelings. He ain't even come out. Everybody else came out, but this nigga. Like, what's up with him? He think he too good, he can't come out.
Man,
I mean,
ain't nobody doing nothing with me. Y'all did it for James, but y'all ain't do it for me. What?
And James don't even like y'all. He don't even rock with y'all like that. Just the
like
other
y'all.
day,
Just as
he was sitting
told
there
me.
telling me
He
all
told
the shit,
me.
how he don't even rock with y'all like that. But y'all was all out for James.
Y'all ain't come out for us.
Sana say chicks on it, but men played. Twin say the men has gotten to be way too talkative. Sana say working with men, I done seen it all.
Yes.
Papa Joe say that's why I believe in shooting the messenger. Sana say talking about each other. Sana say I love my job, but the tea be flowing. Yay, MTA. Twin say I done been around those type of men. For me, nothing but good vibes. Sana say men act stupid like they don't know what it is. Nigga, sit your catty ass down. Tell it. Twin say, what men is that?
They out here, twin. They are out here, twin.
They out here,
Trust. They are.
And a lot of times, I'm not saying you, but a lot of times when men say, I don't know no men like that, it be their whole damn squad.
Yeah. Check your squad, twin. Check your squad.
Like,
there may be one or two
in your squad.
Or two
in your squad, twin.
You
And you just don't know. So check them. Check them. Check they throats. Check them out. Make sure that Adam's apple is still there. Check them out.
They are out.
Check them out. Because I'm trying to tell you from personal experience. Them jokers is out here.
Always crying. What you crying for?
They are out here like being whole situations. Like,
goddamn.
why?
And then the funny part about it, some of the stuff, like they would say. They say stuff like, say for instance, I'm in a group chat. So we'd be in a group chat, we'd be talking whatever. But then somebody would say, like if I'm talking to Becky, or like be in a group chat, me, Becky, and me, hey, whatever. Oh, hey Becky, hit me on the side joint too. Like, what was the purpose? Why not say nothing?
Why would you say that? You know, Neen watching and listening. Damn, man.
No,
see, now you didn't started something.
No, here's my thing. If
I got something to say to Becky, why I didn't even say it on that.
Just waiting and say it on the side.
I think competition has always been a thing, And I'm not
Hold
throwing.
up, Nate. Sound gonna say men that say I don't know dudes that like that. It be them.
If they say Twin did that shit,
Twin
he
did
that shit.
Twin say they need some weed. Sean say I want to slap dudes. I want to slap dudes like be a man. Why men fuck and tail?
Look, the thing about it is, it's okay to be, a group of people that you bond with people differently, because that happens. It's human nature. It just happens. But what bothers me is, and I'm saying this because I've been guilty of it. Even though I may bond with you differently than I bond with, say, my cousin Sana, say if she was a friend, I've now learned that I don't have to down Sana to you,
right? Just
because me and you bond differently. Like, I mean, why Sana like that? Sometimes,
go ahead.
Sometimes you have people that you just like. You getting the same vibe from her. That happens. It's not necessarily gossiping about her, but you may say, you feeling the same way I'm feeling about her.
Off.
Yeah, because that used to be me. Like I can be friends with a group of people, and if it was one person that I wasn't feeling and I was talking to one other person more, I might have said, man, I ain't feeling her. And that now I find not at 44, it's been happening. Now I find that it's just easier for me just not to fuck with people. As opposed to talking about them, I just dismiss you. Because I don't want to talk about people. I don't want to do that. So I'd rather just not deal with you if I know for a fact. Because there's nobody can say that they don't talk about people. Right. If you saying that you don't talk about people, you a lying ass.
It's just
lying.
It's a natural reaction.
You lying. So what I have started to do was I just cancel you. Because now that you're canceled, there's absolutely no reason for me to kick it with nobody about you. I'm not chopping it up about you at all because you don't exist. Just straight up.
Mike say it's a bunch of men that are real crybabies. Sana say, shit, don't tell, nigga. Sana say, since I cut my hair, I fucking love the barbershop. I'm like that because I keep it 100. Tell it. I fire niggas fast. Mike said, what is cattier?
It would be you. It would be you, which is why I wanted you here. It would be you. Cattier is, they fussing more. They fussing more. They whining more. He like you better. Not necessarily those words. I'm not saying that it's being said that way. I'm just saying that that's how it's coming off.
Yeah.
They forming secret groups and secret societies and shit. That's what women do. And I'm just sorry. I'm not used to men doing it. Y'all might have been doing it, but I haven't been privy to it until recently.
More noticeable now.
Until recently. Nobody just want to tell people anymore.
Yeah. But that's just
like I'm
they
reverting
say.
Back to how
they
it
say
should
women
be.
now are more savages. We more like dudes now, and now y'all more like bitches.
You know what? The thing about it is, my cousins, specifically Sana, and I'm only speaking about my cousins because she's one. They taught me very young, like 4 or 5 years old, when I was a spoiled ass brat. Say what you want, say what you mean, say it to the person. That way, if you say it to somebody else, it ain't a secret because you said it to the person. Even though recently that done got me in trouble because I said it to the person and then said it to somebody else, and now I'm America's Most Wanted. But that's what I'm saying. If I say it to you, who gives a shit if I say it to somebody else? Right. I told you first.
You already know what I said. Because I told you, I said it.
Trying to say dudes at my job say, don't say shit around her because she'll chin check you. Fact. As you say facts, and
that's how I was brought up. And before, it used to be, I'm too boisterous. Or she thinks she know everything. And it wasn't that I thought I knew everything. I just told you how the hell I felt. Always have. But now, it's accepted. It's a little more accepted because now everybody trying to do it. Now everybody, I'm talking about women.
Some say it and get it over.
Yeah.
Mike said, I feel you on that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like nobody want to just have the conversation. Just say what you feeling. Like, say what you feeling and get it over with. But instead of saying it, women always used to be the ones throwing shots, the subliminals, and you could catch them, and you like, is this bitch talking about me?
Yeah.
You know, that's how it used to be,
it
right?
Was throwing shade before we knew what throwing
shade was.
Yeah, it's like
it was subliminals.
Yeah,
it's always been that throwing subliminals, and you like,
and it's crazy because when you
about me.
Right, and then
now it's happening with the dudes.
Yeah,
it's like when you, I don't see the purpose of it. If you in a group and then you say something to a person individually, why say the to a person individually? Why not just say what you gotta say to the group? And then get off, and then go to that personal situation and say it, or call that person, or text that person, whatever. There's no need to be like, oh yeah, hey Nee, I did that thing you wanted me to do too. Just wanted to let you know.
Because what happened, right, Mike? Because what happens, it creates an elephant that doesn't have to be
right.
there.
Especially
because
if
it could very well be, Becky, I'ma call you when we hang up, and we all on the group. We on a group thing, and I could just be calling you to say, "Hey, your pills came." You know what I'm saying, or anything.
But the other person
don't know,
especially what's going on.
Especially if we are in a discussion in the group,
and there's a heated one, and
it's a heated one. It may not always be that way, but I'm just saying. Now you create a situation. So after you've created this situation, now I'm feeling some kind of way.
Right.
I don't even know what the hell y'all talking about.
Because it could be.
I've already formulated something in my head.
I'm feeling left out.
Yeah, because it could be, Becky, your pills came in. But now it's like,
they talking about me.
Because of what?
What they try, or what they up to? What they trying to do? Or they trying to do something and you're not trying to include me.
Yeah.
So
It just creates something that does not have to be
reasonable doubt.
Sana says folks that say you think you know everything, feel you know everything. Papa Joe said that's why I ain't got a lot of dudes I kick it with, because if you a bitch ass nigga,
Lord,
tell him Papa Joe.
If you a bitch ass nigga, I'll let you know. Mike said mean is that Gemini trait. Sana said I always keep it real to the point. Folks say I'm mean. No, I'm fucking real. If someone says I said something about you, then tell them to sit down, because I would tell you myself. Insecure fuckers make me sick.
Oh my God. Is that not my family?
Yeah, I'm like
that. I mean, and you're right, Mike. I mean, it could be Gemini traits, but it's just me. Like, I don't understand a lot of stuff that happens, and I think
she gonna say Papa Joe's real. Holla.
Yeah, I think that creates a situation where people tend to think they know something about you. Like, you know, they'll say, oh, Neen is mean. No, I'm not mean. I am. But I'm just matter of fact. And I don't really have time to be dealing with your shenanigans. And then by the time I say something to you, I done said it so rough.
But see, a lot of times
now mean.
But see, a lot of times I look at it now like people might be trying to build something and make something more than what it is. Like,
that happens all the time.
Yeah, like you trying to build something and try to make it more than what it is, when it really, in actuality, nobody really gives a shit.
Or just want to keep the pot stirred. Mm-hmm. Because you ain't got nothing else to do.
Honestly, we did not grow up on that dumb shit.
No, some people like to keep shit stirred because that's the only way they're relevant.
Yeah.
And I feel like, because a lot of times I join, like, even in my group, even the group I'm in, sometimes I get irritated and I'll be like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna stay off for a while, because what you're talking about is for one, it's not relevant. It's not relevant to me, so there's no need for me to interact,
comment,
or interact with the conversation, because it has nothing to do with me.
Right, and let me take that. It may not happen in your group, but say Mike doesn't say something, and you in his group, just because Mike not saying nothing, now you think Mike mad. You see how dynamics start, and then you come to me because we all in the group. What's up with Mike?
But then when he do say something, he think he know it all.
Yeah, and then it's
Why
like,
and you know what the funny part about it?
So with Becky, what's wrong with her?
That's like a bicycle joint. Like I was set on my bicycle on how I rode or whatever I want, and everybody gave me advice, and they was like, "Man, that's how you think you know everything." But they would always try to tell me what to do to change it. But when somebody else did it, like, I'm gonna say like Norman was like, "Man, Mike, your seat too low." And I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you said it's too low and you moved it already. Oh, you want to listen? No, you want to listen when he said. Well, hell, he didn't already
help me. He didn't fix it for me.
He didn't. Yeah. So it's like, but you listen to him. But like I'm like, certain things that might come from you, it's not coming from you. Meaning, Neen told Becky, is Win DC. So Becky was like, "Hey Mike, Mike, it's Win DC." Like, so you really don't know. This person knows. Nee knows, but you don't. You just try to kick it back like
hype it up to get you to put some batteries in your back.
I think I mean I know I get everybody.
You are not mean. You just real. Don't change.
Oh, I ain't.
In our family, if you have thin skin, you can't be around me.
No. No. And I think that's why so many things don't affect me, because I got the worst and the brunt from them.
Right.
You know, like, my cousins used to dog me because I was so spoiled. And I was like, so when I got older and everybody was like, you so goddamn spoiled. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been told that since I was like 3. And that's just what I'm saying. It's I don't know. I just think that men are just, ugh.
And it could it be some men become cattier because of their household?
I mean, some things are learned.
it could come out in the way they may have situations at home that they either not dealing with, don't know how to deal with, so they taking it out on the group. If they feeling less than a man, so to speak, in their household, but on this group, I'm tough. They they listen to me. I can say what I need to say and how I need to say it, and I ain't got to worry about
your so-called persona.
Yeah,
you know what? That could be true, because that's how it is. That's how it is with a particular person I work with. Her husband at home dogs her, like bullies her, so to speak, or whatever.
Wow.
And when she comes to where she works, now she's bullying everybody else. So I think it could be like that. It's like a bully.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times a bully has someone bullying him or her.
So they find a situation where they can
bully. I mean, and I don't know if that's the answer for all cattiness for men. And again, I don't say it's all men. I just think men are getting cattier or getting more.
No, I think
more bitches.
Yeah.
Bitches.
What did Puffy used to say? Bitch assness.
Yeah.
Bitch assness.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, and see, I think a lot of people, you know what? Another thing though, a lot of men feel like they got a lot going on, and really don't, and that can bring the cattiness out of them too. Meaning like, I got this going on, I got that going on, so I'm that guy. So hey, Becky, I need you to hit me up too, because I got that thing for you. Hey, Nee, make sure you call me too later on, because I still got to give you that thing too. Tony, make sure you hit me up, because I got to, you like, for real, all it was, hey, Becky, hey, how much was them shoes?
Yeah.
Hey, Nee, where did you get your that band from? You know what I'm saying?
It's really nothing.
It's really,
but you make it so now everybody like, well, damn, I think
in all honesty, if you doing a damn thing, people gonna see it. I don't think that you have to remind me every single day. I'm sure people feel that way, like they don't have to be reminded, because everything that I'm doing, I'm not gonna tell you every day. You gonna see it,
right?
You gonna see me.
Yeah.
So, in closing, men, stop, just stop. Cause y'all doing the most.
And Papa Joe said they don't have enough real men to teach them. And Sana said you wasn't spoiled. You was fucked up. but we loved you.
That is too much information.
That's why when I meet real folks, I rock hard.
That is too
That's
much
right,
information. You get on my nerves. But on the real, y'all, thank y'all for listening, watching.
She would say, see, all that talking gets motherfuckers cussed out.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. We love y'all. Tune in next week to Mike's Corner from 6 to 8 on Tuesday. They'll probably have some good stuff for y'all. We'll be back the following week. Who the hell knows what we'll be talking about, but it'll be a good one. We love y'all, and we love you.
Peace
Have
out.
a great evening.
Sana say, bitch bully that nigga that got you tight. That is too funny. That's too funny. Oh, again, we do have to come up with a date, which we will be coming up soon with Love You Too, Papa Joe. We will be coming up with a date to help the homeless next month. I really want to do that again before the summer is out. Make sure to be tried. As bad as the heat been, we want to make sure we can get out there and get them some water and stuff like that, and probably some sandwiches and stuff. So I think we're gonna do that next month. I'll get with the girls and all that. Really, Brittany, you are really trying to figure out about them daggone nails.
I got you,
Miss
Britt.
Neen hit my line.
I got you, Britt.
Man, listen.
Brittany need to know that color.
Hey,
I got you.
We love you too, Papa Joe. We love you too. Hey, for Becky,
Love you too, Papa Joe.
for Miss Neen
What up, y'all?
and her nails, I'm Mike Reed. Make sure y'all tune in next week to the fellas of Mike's Corner, me, the Mouth of the South, Sco one time, and Sean. He should be back from his basketball game by then. Because I sure missed that one. I didn't know about that one.
It's Dean's fault. It's my fault.
Okay,
Shots
Dean's fault.
fired.
Thanks, Mike, man. Hey, see y'all next Tuesday, man, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on Win DC Radio, y'all. We out.